Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. Feels like a few weeks since I've said that.
It has been a few weeks since you
said that. Huh?
Oh, wait, Corey, I got a question for you.
Yes.
How about, since Corey with no E got his turn last week, can we run it back? Can I do the intro?
Did you do the intro last week?
No, Corey did.
Oh, sure, go for it.
Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. And now you can go ahead. Thank you.
You're welcome. As Mark just said, the big boss it's his turn to be under the weather. He's not feeling well. So, speedy recovery, big boss. But the new three musketeers are here. The Maritime Warrior is back.
New.
No, the other three. Or let's call ourselves the Three Stooges.
Yeah, that's more fitting.
Dibs on Curly.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. So Mark the Mark is with us. Magic Man Jason Casey's with us. We got three big shows to talk about this weekend. But before that, how are you guys?
Good. Not sick.
Give it time.
Yeah, I'm sure it's coming. How's work going?
Terrible. It's long hours. Making money, though, so that's all that matters.
That's what work is about.
May is my least favorite month because that's like the heaviest workload, and you're just starting. You're sore everywhere.
Trying to get back in the groove.
I'm trying to get back in the groove, and I always get sick. Like May, there's not. I think the last 10 years, there's not one time in May that I didn't get sick.
Next May, you got to go to work with like a big fucking mask on.
Yeah.
Pretend it's COVID again.
There you go. Just go in a hazmat suit.
There you go. Just tell them that you got to work from home.
Can I work the lobster from? If things go my way, I won't be there next year.
So you'll be working from home.
There you go.
What, be a millionaire?
I mean, don't threaten me with a good time. Mark, how are you?
Doing pretty good. Better than the Wildcats last night. That's for damn sure.
We're not going to talk hockey. This is a wrestling podcast. La 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 la.
You know.
Red Rock Wrestling on Friday. Chip Chambers beat Hollywood Cole. Andre Myatt and Chizenko, they beat Lincoln Steen and FKA. Chance White and Bradford Gillis went to a double DQ. The Red Rock Wrestling light heavyweight title did change hands as Ethan Knight beat Chris Charters to become the new champion. The Red Rock Wrestling heavyweight champion Kirk Obey successfully defended versus Narcissus Saint. And in the Red Rock Rumble, Andre Myatt won, and I'm assuming will be challenging Kirk Obey for the championship. This was a pretty big show for Red Rock, and on the same night as North Pro. We'll get to North Pro at the end. Mark, you were there. A few key names that are North Pro regulars on this show, namely the Hollywood Heathens, Chambers, Cole, and Knight. That's a big loss for North Pro. But you must have known months in advance. So I thought thoughts on Ethan Knight becoming the new light heavyweight champion. I think this is his second reign, right? Didn't he hold the title before?
I believe so, yeah.
His feud with Rudy Lockhart.
Yeah.
Chris Charters, I was thinking about this at work, and it was a really short reign. I maybe a month? Like, he wasn't champion very long.
Yeah, it hasn't been very long.
It's one of those. It was the last show. You're talking about Chris Charters, former IHW heavyweight champion, but also former Red Rock Wrestling heavyweight champion. And it's a title that Chris Charters did not need, but adding Chris Charters' name to that title helps the Red Rock Wrestling light heavyweight title. So just a short little run like that, go with Ethan Knight. Ethan Knight, worth his weight in gold, one of the absolute best in the Maritimes. What comes next for Ethan Knight and the light heavyweight title, Jason?
Good question, and it all depends on who's going to step up to be the next challengers. Not sure where they want to go with it. Does Rudy come back and go after it again? Maybe, who knows?
They had some legendary fights.
Right. So do they, like, you know what I mean? Do they retake and go back after like that feud they had last year, possibly? I mean, Narcissus Saint has like fallen to Kirk multiple times at this point. So does he step back and go for a different title now instead?
It's possible.
So it all depends on, like I say, on where they want to go with it. I think Chris holding the title was literally just a transitional period for the title.
It's twofold, though.
Yeah, who better to put it on than Chris, first of all? Like you say, it gives more prestige to the title.
Exactly.
And it makes sense because he's got enough caliber to actually win the title and hold the title anyway. But it's a good transition period to go from point A to point B to your next storyline. So I think at some point you're going to see Andre take Kirk's title and then Chris take Andre's title. I think that's where it's headed.
Do you think, like, Andre basically is the number one contender? He's the Rumble winner. I'm sure they didn't just have a Rumble to have a Rumble. Do they do the switch this quick, though?
I don't know if it'll go that fast. Maybe Andre holds on to his briefcase.
That's right. It's almost like a briefcase. Okay.
So maybe he holds on to it. I mean, Kirk and Chris are the Forsaken, so there's going to have to be some cheating and some intermingling there. I think Andre does take Kirk out at some point, but then I think Chris takes revenge and takes it back. So, which then could, in the long run, create a whole new storyline where Kirk and Chris may separate because now Chris is holding Kirk's title. So then that could create a whole new feud as well. So there's a whole bunch of storylines here that could play out. So
yeah. Mark, your thoughts on this?
Honestly, I think there's a wild card in all of this. It's got to be Bradford.
I was just about to say the exact same thing.
Especially like the decision they took for them to go to a double DQ with Chance White just extends the whole thing. I don't think it changes hands just yet.
No, I think Kirk Obey holds on to it for a little while. Yeah. Kirk Obey, he's an interesting character because he, as a heel, he gets so much heat. You don't believe me? Look at CCW. When he won their heavyweight title and when he won their River Valley title, like just coming out to the Kayosh song.
Oh, I mean, the walk around calling people parasites. I mean,
yeah, just and on the island now, just it makes sense for him to be the heavyweight champion. I'd like to see a lengthy run, like at least a good 7 or 8 months, 9 months, a year even. I think you have a decision to make. Do you go with Andre Myatt or do you go with Bradford Gillis? Because I don't think Andre Myatt's going after the light heavyweight title.
I hope not.
And Bradford Gillis is a former light heavyweight champion, but I mean, it's a lighter weight belt. So I just don't see Bradford Gillis going back for that belt. I think you got two possible contenders there. So it'll be interesting. Yeah. It'll be interesting. Anything else before we move on?
No.
Maybe like Ethan. I mean, again, to congratulate him. I know you guys kind of like brought up the point that maybe even Rudy would go back into that picture. But I think there's got to be something else that leads to them both meeting up. I think there needs to be more meaning behind that meeting. Yeah.
And I mean, somebody else that could technically step up and go against Ethan is Chip Chambers.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's just about to mention that.
So I mean, he defeated Hollywood Cole. Cole and Ethan are like buddies. You know what I mean? Does he go after Ethan now to take that title from him? I mean, Chip is such a universal wrestler. He could hold any title, and he makes it shine. So.
Absolutely. All the titles for Chip.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So we're going to move on to the other show on the island, Island Pro Wrestling's Game On Island Rumble. Did not start the week too well. Just gonna say the quiet part out loud. August Artois was not there. I'm not going into rumors and innuendo and whatever happened. The main point is he came to Canada, he went back to Florida, he didn't make it to the show. That sucks.
Yeah.
Because if I would have bought a ticket, if I would have not have been at work and I would have been at that show, and Artois was advertised and all of a sudden he can't make it, and it's out of their control. It's not IPW's fault. It's not Artois' fault. It's whatever it is. I would have been pissed. Because August Artois, IPW is a strange company because it's strange in a good way. Because they are one of these companies that they have exclusive rights, not only in the Maritimes, but in Canada for August Artois.
Yeah, 100%.
And they have other storylines, like the Caden My Time. That's exclusive to IPW. Revelation. This misfit of demons. That's an IPW exclusive. The Symphony of Wrestling, that's exclusive. Them doing their podcast every week. You're always seeing IPW stuff. So I really enjoy IPW. No, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I appreciate what they do. But when it rains, it pours. I don't know what happened, if it was an injury. The VIP was supposed to see Sage Scott versus Spike SD. Spike was pulled. Injury, I'm not sure. I
believe it was. I think Spike was due to medical reasons. Wasn't medically cleared, so then they replaced him with Schimmel.
And then I didn't watch the VIP, and I'll tell you what happened with me being late on watching IPW. Sage Scott didn't make it either.
No.
Again, something happened. He just wasn't there. I don't know if they mentioned it during the VIP. I got home and I started to upload shorts. So Mark and Corey both went to North Pro. Mark recorded, I believe, 24 shorts. They are uploaded. They are scheduled until early June. So we'll look forward to that. I think a couple have already come out. By the time this comes out, 4 maybe came out. So I'm posting stuff online. Then when I'm done, I turn on my TV and I see IPW is live. And I was like, why the fuck is it already live? I was expecting this to go on at 7, 8. It was 6:30 and they were already on. And when I started watching, the Manning denim match had just ended. I don't know who won at this point in time. So now we're going into the PEI title match. So I'm just going to go into the results right now. VIP Ricky Mortis beat Ryan Schimmel. So Ricky Mortis replaced Sage Scott. Brenda Pipes beat Ronnie Payne. We had a My Time segment with Caden's guest, Stormy Hale. Rugged Rick Owens and Katie Lynn came out. Also, Zane Valentine and Ignatius Beale were at ringside. The opening match was the Mauler James Manning beating Ryan Denham for the PEI title. Rugged Rick Owens beat Logan Green. Intermission happened after that, and then we had the Island Rumble that was won by Ryan Schimmel. I'm a little tired, folks. Got a few things here. If August Artois is the top draw for IPW, and I'm not saying this in character or anything. The second biggest draw in IPW right now is Caden. The heat he generates is unreal. The heels in IPW just out of this world. So Caden, even his character at one point yells at Zane because Zane is making all this noise. Hey, Zane, shut up. This is my time. So I'm really enjoying this character. James Manning attacking, there's Maggie, attacking Ryan Denham's wife. Jason, can you talk to me about this one?
Yeah, I think it's just pushing the envelope in the storyline even further. He did go after Apples again, so Ryan was able to save Apples this time, but unfortunately his wife wasn't so lucky. It makes sense. It's a good way to continue the storyline. You're moving things along, making things more serious. It's the Mauler. James Manning's whole character is probably one of my favorite gimmicks going on in the Maritimes right now. I had a conversation with somebody over the weekend about it as well. Like, he's figured out how to make it really, really good, and he can either do it like serious, like he's really ripping the shit out of you, or comedic, and I absolutely love it.
It's still like two-faceted, I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Exactly. Yeah, he's just learned how to like really sink his teeth into it. Like, his promos are on fire. He's quick-witted with it now, and he's playing it fantastic. I love the Mauler.
I'll have more to say about James Manning when we get to North Pro. But Rugged Rick Owens, another successful PEI title defense. Next for him is Caden on July 4th, I believe. I don't know if the entire crew is going. I think me and Mark were planning on going. But looking forward to that.
Yeah, for me, it's all going to depend on basketball. Tri-City Tide have made it to the playoffs. We're like top in the entire league, so we're looking at making a really deep run. So depending on if we're done playing by then I might make the trip as well. So
I have a question, Jason.
Yep.
Do they scream Kobe every time they shoot the ball?
No, they don't. No. Kobe doesn't play for us, so.
No, he's also dead.
Isn't he?
He is.
Kobe Bryant is
dead. He crashed in
a
helicopter.
I know. Believe me, I know. I'm not that stupid. But no,
it could have fooled me.
Yeah, well, Mark's here, so.
Believe everything on the internet, folks.
Yeah. ChatGPT.
The Island Rumble. I've got... So the winner's Ryan Schimmel. The final two were Ryan Schimmel and Rugged Rick Owens. And Ricky Mortis.
Wow.
12 hours of work, folks. You gotta bear with me. I don't know how I feel about Ryan Schimmel being the winner. If you have a ready-made storyline with Ricky Mortis right there, that he can get the win, get the Rumble. Now, like, he's screwed out. He was supposed to challenge for the heavyweight title. Now he's not. He beats Schimmel in the pre-show. He's one of the final two in the Rumble, and he loses. And he's not getting the title shot. And I know people will be like, well, he can get it further on down the line or whatever. You have a ready-made storyline there.
Yeah.
Like, the Game Over was the big event last year for IPW. And from everything I'm seeing, this is the big event again. The Fatal 4-Way winner is challenging the PEI champion, and the Rumble winner is challenging the heavyweight champion. And I'm not saying Ryan Schimmel is a bad choice, all right? I'm not a Ryan Schimmel hater. Schimmel faced Artois before and lost. Now, storyline-wise, you're saying, well, he gets his revenge and gets the win. Artois not losing that belt. No. So now Schimmel, okay, you got the big win here. After weeks and a month of Dick Mortis, there's no payoff.
Yeah.
That's my problem here. There's no payoff to Ricky Mortis. He lost. He lost his opportunity.
Yeah.
And even if it's down the line, the ready-made storyline was right there. Thoughts on this, Mark?
Honestly, I feel bad for Mortis for that reason, because we've been talking about him and how he's like he's basically ready to be in that picture, and I think this was like the chance for him to prove himself and really put it on the line and really show that he's ready to be, in the top end of a card, right? To contend. And we're going to talk a little bit about him again a little bit later as well, considering that, right? So,
yeah.
But yeah, I kind of agree. Like the storyline was already set, even if, unfortunately August Artois wasn't able to make it. There was still the storyline was still like, it wasn't that disrupted, I guess, if you want to put it that way.
I mean,
the game over is already it's still coming.
In reality, August not showing up could have pushed that storyline even further.
It could have added to it.
It could have added to it, because you know what I mean? Like him saying, I didn't even bother coming to Canada because I know that Dick Mortis, you know what I mean, wasn't going to be, and really, really build it up. So when they did meet at Game Over, then there's more substance to the match. But now you're like, you've squashed the whole thing. Now August has to come up with a whole new storyline and a whole new direction to go after Schimmel type thing. Yeah, it's a weird storyline. I don't know.
As the Rumble was happening, and I saw the final two were Ricky Mortis and Ryan Schimmel, my immediate thought was Jeff Hardy versus Undertaker. Mortis wasn't winning the belt either.
No, absolutely not.
This was going to be his coming out party, though.
Yeah.
Like we saw on Friday, Mortis can bleed buckets. We've seen Artois bleed buckets.
Yeah.
For the big show, their WrestleMania, Game Over, have these two tear the fucking house down, bleed buckets, and Artois just sneaking away with the title. You put over, and you can do the same thing with Ryan Schimmel, but there's extra steps to do that one when you had a clear path.
Yeah.
And Schimmel already lost to him. How does this help Schimmel?
Yeah, exactly, right? Like there's no build up anymore. Like you're gonna go from now step 1 to step 2, where Mortis you were going from step 4 to step 5.
Yeah. And another thing here, I just kind of thought about that. If, let's say, Ricky Mortis would have won, like Schimmel still comes out a solid second, right?
Yeah.
And to further the fact, there could have been a trilogy match. Well, trilogy, I guess we could say, considering they would have been up against one another at the end of that Rumble, along with the VIP match they had, which Mortis won. Then Schimmel, win. I mean,
I would have reversed it. I would have reversed roles. I would have had Schimmel win in the VIP. By the way, Schimmel's finish is fucking amazing. That shoulder F5. Love that. And I love Mortis's finisher. I can't think of anybody else but the Hardy Boys that use the Twist of Faith.
Yeah,
it's such a great finishing move, and it's like I love the two great finishers right there. But it's just I would have roles reversed it. And Schimmel could have been a great title defense later down the line for Artois. Artois shouldn't lose that. As long as Artois is drawing, I wouldn't take the belt off him.
No. He's a moneymaker. He should hold that belt as long as possible. I mean...
I had no clue a year ago. Had no clue who August Artois was. I never heard of him.
Nobody in Canada did. Nobody knew him.
Nobody. No. He's now one of my favorite wrestlers, period. Like, if I see an August Artois match, I will take the time to watch it because I know I will be very much entertained. And that's the thing about IPW, is they have that. Not everybody has a draw like that.
He's a walking billboard.
Yep.
Yeah.
You put your title on him. I mean, he didn't even come here to wrestle. Yes, he made it to the airport, but unfortunately he was turned away. Follow his Facebook page, you'll figure out what's going on. But the entire time, I think I've seen like 40 pictures of somebody holding the IPW title. Little girls in the airport, the pilot, the Air Canada people, the WestJet people. Like, everybody was holding the IPW title. That is advertising. He is a walking billboard. He travels the world, and he, you know what I mean? Like, he has all of that stuff. So, like, it's crazy. Like,
I think Jason's having some technical difficulties here.
No, you are. You're not moving right now.
Yeah, you're frozen there, Corey.
Yeah, I think we are.
And you're back. And you're
there.
back.
You go.
Oh, there you are. There's the ugly little mug again.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, August Artois is a walking billboard. He travels the world. He brings the titles with him wherever he goes. The guy goes paddle boarding in Florida. He's got the PEI title with him. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? It's crazy. He's a walking billboard. Any company that puts a title on him should use him to their fullest extent. So,
and that's what IPW is doing. I will commend them for that.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know, someone told me, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and he said, you can't fuck up a Rumble. And I said, oh, yes, you can. I said, 2014, 2015 WWE. When the crowd turns on it, that's fucked up. I will commend them for having an entertaining Rumble.
It was a good Rumble.
That was funny stuff.
That was hilarious.
You know you're doing something good when, I think it was Corey that texted me, and he goes, I enjoy Caden. Like, his spots in the Rumble, he's like, I really enjoy what he does. Caden is one of those guys. He has to be the next PEI champion.
We all know how much I like Caden, but he bled like a stuck pig during the Rumble.
So he actually called me.
I was talking to him
the next day.
Yeah,
he called me the next day, and he goes, I got headbutted in the nose, and I started bleeding. And he's like, I'm like, is it broken? He goes, nah.
Yeah. So yeah, if you watch back the Rumble, there's a nice big puddle of blood on the floor. But the whole Ryan Denham roping him to the corner,
that was funny.
Him squirming his way and hiding out underneath the ring.
I think that's the spot where Corey really, he was like, just the way he did it, because you're seeing his feet like slide.
Yeah.
The little things.
The little things. If you haven't watched it, too bad. Here's a spoiler, but he comes out and he's standing there and he's cheering, thinking he's like one of the last guys, and Pipes is standing right behind him. And when he realizes, he's like, fuck.
Oh, no.
The look on his face, it was priceless. I absolutely loved it.
I will say this until I die. Character development.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
This guy took a color and put it over. I was talking with people in Bucktouche, and I said, IHW's coming back. They didn't ask about Fantana. They didn't ask about Kirk O'Bey. Is the Pink Man coming back? He was like, and the ladies of Bucktouche, fuck if I know, but Caden's over, man. Caden's over. You know, it sucks for IPW. You know, it was still a really good show. Sucks that you couldn't get Artois. Sucks that you couldn't get Sage Scott. But if you're bringing these two back, Spike ST, if you're getting all that for Game Over, though, you're looking at a show that's really can't miss.
Yeah, I mean, and hats off to IPW as well to be able to pivot so quickly at the last minute.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Artois not being here, Sage Scott not being here, things happening where, like, things were getting pivoted at the last moment. They still made everything work. Guys stepped up to the plate. Things were shuffled around.
Jesse getting his wrestling debut.
Absolutely. Jesse getting his wrestling. Yeah.
So before we move on, is it Jesse Gautreau or is it Jesse Goudreau?
It's Gautreau. And Les Caliber has no idea how he's talking.
Yep. Because that's the one thing is like, I'm like, is this Johnny Gaudreau's brother or something?
No. Les Caliber butchered almost everybody's name at some point. So, yeah. He reminds me of one of the announcers for the Halifax Hoopers. They slaughter our Tide players' names.
They
all
slaughtered
the time.
your players.
Yeah. Oh man, I hate it when they do that. But anyway, yeah, it's Gotro, Jesse Gotro. Les, if you're listening to this, it's Gotro.
I smell a feud. Les Caliber and Magic Man.
Well, maybe, especially if he's a Caden fan. Ugh.
He's a what?
He's a Caden fan, so yeah.
Oh, I get along great with Les Caliber. Good guy.
That's a problem.
All right, let's move on to the final show this weekend. North Pro Threat Level Red on the VIP. Human Man.
Human Man.
Human Man is back. He beat Starchild. When I saw Human Man, Connor Cook was sending me the results, and I saw Human Man. And I couldn't get up because I was so sore, but I tried to jump out of my seat in joy and just didn't work. But more Human Man, please.
Yeah.
Also on the VIP, New Revolution beat the Durnings, which surprised me. On the main card, Alex Robbins beat Dayton Cameron. Or no, this one ended in a double countout. My bad.
Yes. Yeah.
We got Oni Bjornsson beating Mayafa. We got Jody Threat beating Kobe Christ. The Shadow Agency beat DDT V3. And we got the Northern Star title match. Dawson James successfully defending versus the Ghost Ricky Mortis. Few things here. Human Man. One of my favorite characters ever.
Damn it.
I love this character so much. And it's sort of like a bridge from the old North Bro to the new North Bro.
Yeah,
I think it's still on Bell Community 1. The old North Pro
I think so.
TV tapings. It's such a fun time. And the fact that we can still have Human Man, one of my absolute favorites.
Human Man is comedy gold. I'm going to put it out here right now. I've already spoken to North Pro management about this a while back. Now that he's back, please, for the love of God, have a Human Man versus Sebi match. That would be absolutely fantastic.
I will not disagree with that. We got Jody Threat coming in here, and she had quite the match with Kobe Christ. Mark, you were there. What can you tell us about this experience?
2 words. Technical spectacle.
I like it.
I can.
It was quoted in the ring at the start of the match after a couple of tussles here and there. So, but yeah, no, man, it went everywhere. Honestly, it was such a fun, great match. The technicality of it was all there. Jody Threat being the wild child, I kind of understand that now. She goes bananas. I swear to God, I think she beat the record for the fastest lap around the Titan Boar ballroom floor. No doubt, she must have destroyed the record, to be honest with you. I was very much impressed, and she didn't seem too much out of breath. But yeah, during the match, they actually took a break. They kind of understood that, you got to take care of yourself if you want to deliver, right? And they had a shot with Emily. they had a shot at the bar with Emily.
There you go.
Yeah, but then it kind of went sideways, and then Jody was like, hey, and then it started again, and then they went all around again, and that match went it went through the row where we were, and we were on the second row, the row where you usually sit, Jason.
Okay.
They both went through those rows, the first and second row. I had to get up and let them through, because then otherwise I would have just been bowled over probably.
That or part of the show.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
Jody would have used you as a weapon.
Oh, probably. But man, that match went everywhere. She did she put Colby up in a suplex and kept him there for a while.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, so you could clearly see that she's a strong lady, and kudos to her. There's a reason she's with TNA. There's
yeah.
She could go even higher than that, I've no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I was so happy to see on this show is the Mauler, James Manning, and AWOL referred to as the Shadow Agency.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are 4 guys that should be a faction.
Uh-oh.
I'm not so sure about that, Corey. Because like the way that went, and I'm going to touch on that again. Like,
go for it. You were there.
You're there. Give us the story.
They weren't very fond of teaming up with Manning, and neither was Manning very fond of teaming up with AWOL. I'm going to put it like that. He was not okay with how everything's been running, and he said, "This is how we are doing it now," and like that included biting the fingers. He's trying to eat Daniel Wall's fingers, trying to eat Seby's fingers, probably tried to eat Bobby Boyette's fingers as well. They didn't seem very fond of that. It's very violent, very hateful, you know.
That's the gimmick, though. I do think that there's a chance here for the Shadow Agency to be like a modern-day Cardinal Sinners. Like, the Maritimes... The maritime wrestling scene has been around for a long time, but there's so much that's still untouched. And the Cardinal Sinners is, like, if you're asking me the greatest faction in maritime wrestling history, is the Cardinal Sinners. There's
your hands
no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, they seem untouched in that category.
The Shadow Agency could be that. The next one, though.
Yeah, I mean, the only other faction that I can really think of that's starting to get any traction is Revelation.
There's New Revolution. There's also DDT V3, the DDT stable. But I'm thinking like Serious Threat, like New Revolution could be there too. Because we're gonna get into that in a second. But I think that's Manning being Manning and AWOL being like, I don't know. I think Mortis as the leader of this, and if they could get a mouthpiece too, get a manager with them. I think that would work out perfectly.
Mark.
Yeah,
maybe not. Wait, whoa there. I don't know if they want to go to the WWE just yet. There, let them, get their experience first. But
you think about a heavy metal version of the Four Horsemen right here.
Yeah.
Manning, again, he's someone this weekend that I was like really, really happy for. Gets a win in IPW, gets a win in North Pro. You know, you're looking at guys that most of the times they're staring at the lights at the end of the night. Even AWOL winning the Logan Mania brother tag team titles.
Yeah.
There's a change this year. There's a positive change happening. Ricky Mortis main eventing tonight. Ricky Mortis, what he's doing in IPW as well. Let's get into the Northern Star title match because I wasn't there. I saw clips of the match. Didn't see the match from beginning to end. Connor Cook did go live. I don't know when it really started. I saw that portion. Mark, a potential match of the year contender?
They definitely went at it. I know that they're very early on in their careers. You could say that with how long a career can go in wrestling nowadays. But this was a very, very promising showing. Like, there was really nothing wrong with this. And, they don't seem to shy away from, the violence part of it, which I know you,
Mortis
Corey,
bled buckets.
You enjoy it.
I love violence.
Yeah. There's going to be a short, actually, that's going to be coming out, which you probably did see in advance.
I did.
But yes, I did kind of zoom in on his face. Sorry, Jason, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, if anybody of you guys or our fans listen to North Pro's new podcast, Sabotage Everything, their latest episode came out yesterday, I believe. New Hook and Connors talks about this match. And because there was some people that didn't show up, there were some no-shows, there were some people that had to cancel last minute. So literally Dawson stepped up and said, okay, well, Can we have like free reigns? Can we make it a no DQ match? How about we do this? How about we do that? And so they talk about it on their podcast. So if you go listen to them, New Hook actually explains like what the whole like before the match started, like the whole setup and everything leading up to the match. And there was some big praises given for those two young guys. So
and well deserved too, because I think this was a coming out party for both men.
Oh hell yeah!
I think there was a part of me that was like, maybe we see a title change. I think it was good to not do the title change, but I do think Ricky Mortis is the next champion.
I want to put it this way, though. Like, the way that I see it, you called it like a coming out party or whatever. But, like, here's the thing. I think currently there's already a lot of trust in Dawson James holding that title right now.
Absolutely.
For the simple value that he is the one that needs to elevate this young talent. The Alex Robbins and the Ricky Mortis and the, like the matches that he's had in the past. So think about it.
You've got your class of newer guys that are coming up the ladder.
Yep.
Dawson and I would say Joey as well is probably your two guys that are at the top of the new class. So you've got Dawson and Joey. I think they're going on their think this is their fourth year in the business, or they're starting their fourth year. AWOL, Ricky Mortis, James Manning, all of these guys I think are just past their 2-year mark. I think March was their 2-year mark. So, like, you know what I mean? 2 to 4 years of experience. Dawson is now elevating that next ladder rung up. You know what I mean?
I think for North Pro, I think it's a great storytelling where, he kicked out of his Dawson's finishing move, the fireman's carry into a slam, kicked out of it.
That's right.
And he pushed himself towards the ropes, like, I'm going to have to kill this guy.
Yeah.
And Mortis just lifts up his head. And WrestleTape had a great visual.
Oh,
just
what
a great picture of Mortis bleeding buckets. Dawson picks him up, gives it to him again. Took 2.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think Ricky Mortis is the next guy. I don't think it's anytime soon. Maybe early next year. I think Ricky Mortis is the next Northern Star champion. And one more thing that you got to mention before we continue with this match. Your 2 big draws are missing this night. Your champion, Rudy Lockhart, is not there.
That's right.
Yeah. And the Highlight Heathens aren't there. Those are 2 main event draws right there.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And for Dawson James and Ricky Mortis to have a match like this, Maritime Wrestling is in such fucking good hands right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's unreal.
Yeah.
But I was curious why New Revolution beat the Durnings at the beginning of the night. And it looks like we're going to have faction warfare. And I always love faction warfare. Oh. It looks like we are going to be having New Revolution versus the Shadow Agency. During the match, AWOL came out to help out Ricky Mortis, Joey White, and...
actually, before we go too far, this is kind of where I wanted to rewind the tape a little bit. Remember when I was saying that, Manning wasn't very fond of AWOL. AWOL wasn't very fond of Manning.
Yeah,
because of the violence and just his method to his madness isn't quite what they're used to, right?
Yeah.
So actually, you mentioned that they helped Mortis, but if you remember last show, they were very hesitant about helping Mortis since he told them not to interfere. Yeah. He didn't want them at ringside. He didn't want them. He didn't want help. So this is kind of where it comes out to Ryan McGrath showing up when New Revolution was beating up on Ricky Mortis and being like, shit, just having an ethical crisis type of deal, right? Like, should I help my friend, my
comrade or whatever,
in the Shadow Agency, right? And Pete was like, no, like he can't. Like he told us not to, right? Like think about it. But then he just went, fuck it, and went, right? So like Pete had to follow. So like that's kind of I see a lot of inner turmoil in the Shadow Agency right now that'll need to be settled with Manny and Mortis. I think there's something going on there. I love that.
I think that's extra flavor to this piece
100%.
of gum. Because in the end, I imagine there's going to be a fourth in New Revolution. Because New Revolution is Dawson James, Joey White, Evan Gibbons. Who's the fourth?
Max?
You know? Could it be Covey?
Oh?
You know? Because we're not looking at Kaizen, North Pro being the same thing. Like, DDT is dead in IPW, still a thing in North Pro. Yeah. DDT is dead in Kaizen, still a thing in North Pro. You know,
what if Ian Pratt shows up instead of Cody?
Ian Pratt's a good choice, but there needs to be a fourth, and this storyline needs to really get underway. Like, you have the opportunity right here with this storyline to have a year-long feud.
Oh, hell yeah.
A year-long feud that ends in a bloody War Games style of match. I'm not saying a cage match, but like, you know, a big 8-man tag with the stipulation being like, you give Ricky Mortis another shot. This time they cheat, and Dawson James still retains.
Yeah.
And Dawson's like, I ain't giving you another title. I beat you twice. Yeah. So now for Ricky Mortis to get his third and final opportunity, he needs to have the Shadow Agency beat New Revolution in a match. Maybe a Survivor Series style match, elimination. Yeah. You know?
Yep.
I mean, and if you win, you get a title shot. If your team loses, you can't ever challenge me for this belt ever again.
Yeah, I mean, you could even do, like you were saying, a War Games match. I mean, I'm sure they could, somewhere in the Maritimes, find a second ring. Not saying there has to be a cage around it, but having double rings side by side would be a fantastic show.
It won't be in the Titan board, we can tell you that.
No. Absolutely not.
So we are nearly 50 minutes in. Mark, anything else about North Pro?
Honestly, like, kudos to them. You know, making making lemonade with the right amount of sugar. We could say that because like there was something for everyone that night. The right amount of talent, just there was continuation to the storylines.
I think that's one of the things that's been missing in the Maritimes for a long time. Is continuation of storylines and following up on storylines. Like even the old North Pro, storylines would be like very, very quick. Like no sizzle to the steak. Where it's depends. Like, we're feuding, next show is the final match.
Yeah, I mean, it depends, though, because, like, you had Moondog winning the title. That was probably over a year in the making.
I think Moondog winning the title is secondary to him finishing his feud with Marcus Burke that started in 2021 and had both these guys go from heel to face.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, they had old North Pro had its moments. New North Pro took a little bit of time to
It's finding its legs, though.
Yeah, it took some time for them to develop, figure out what they need to do to make it bigger and better. I think they've done that at this point. Yeah. And moving forward, I think North Pro is going to catch fire again and be bigger and better than the original was. Yeah. So.
I'm really hoping for a long-term storyline with Shadow Agency and New Revolution. That could be my all-time favorite feud in the Maritime if it's done right. I have faith in New Hook and Connors. So, so we're 50 minutes in. And Jason, I don't know if you have the same number of shows coming up, but I'm counting 7.
7? I do not.
So we have 2 shows on the 22nd. 4 on the 23rd, and 1 on the 24th.
You have way more shows than I've got. So I've got on the 22nd, IHW Hands of Time at the Petitcodiac Arena.
Yep.
Featuring Petitcodiac's own Chris Charters and Karma Rain, the Honor Champion Fantana, Chevron, Julian Young, Sierra Stone, and more. No matches have been announced.
All right. Do you have the other show?
Nope.
So the second show on the 22nd is Mainstream Wrestling. I have nothing in front of me. But Mainstream Wrestling is coming back. I believe it's I could be misremembering this. I think it's a Doolittle's. I think their old stomping ground. So X-Ray Kyle Cruz, the usual suspects from Mainstream Wrestling, Sidewalk Sam. So I wish I had more, but yeah, we're going to move on to Saturday.
Hey, Saturday, I've got Kaizen Pro Wrestling Mischief and Mayhem at the Alderney Landing. Doors open at 4:45 p.m. Not too much for matches. Their main event is Sebi versus Joey White for the Kaizen Championship. So maybe Sebi finally takes that title.
I smell a title change.
Oh, geez, I thought you were doing a line of Coke there for a second.
That too, it's been a long day.
Jim Neidhart, motherfucker.
Gonna say, if you're doing a line of Coke after a 12-hour shift, I hope you don't plan on going to bed anytime soon.
It's going back to work.
Yeah. They also announced that Mia Malik will be back at this show.
Oh, awesome.
Ian Pratt will be addressing the fans. Also on the card, they've got Vanilla Gravel, Matt Kerr, Ryan Schimmel, Dawson James, Evan Gibbons, Sydney Sweetie, Bobby Boyette, Kobe Christ, and more. So that's Kaizen. The other show I've got here is CGPW. It's clobbering time.
It is.
At the Kingston Credit Union Center in Kingston, Nova Scotia. Doors open at 6:15 p.m. They've got a couple of matches announced. They have a number one contender match for the CGPW Heavyweight Championship. Nick Teeth versus El Fuego Dragon.
That should be awesome.
That should be a fantastic match. Main event is a 2-on-1 match. The Preacher and Corey Good versus the Ultra Violent Champion, Matt Bullen. That's the name of the title.
Yep. I had seen that. That's almost like a nod to CZW because they weren't hardcore, they weren't deathmatch, they were ultra violence.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I like the title. It's well done. Yeah. Also on the card, Vincent Tyler, Chaz Williams, Steve Arsenault, Highway Heat, Joe Dunlap, and more. And the other show I have on Saturday is Superstars of Wrestling, spring loaded at the Irving Oilfield House. VIP doors open at 6 p.m. General admission 6:30. VIP match for the AIWF Canadian Championship. Wesley Pipes will be taking on Giant Orion. What a VIP match that is going to be.
It's a main event anywhere in the world.
Yeah. Women's triple threat match. Chantal versus Sierra Stone versus Brenda Pipes. Singles match. The Slaughterhouse Mayafa is taking on Black Rose from New York.
Oh, man. Can I just add on actually right now? Sorry, yeah. I didn't actually talk about it. But seeing Mayafa over the weekend was the first time that I seen him, and holy fucking shit.
Yeah, dude,
against Oni Bjornsson. Think about it, Jason. Was
he billed from South Africa and North Row as well?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know, but
he's from there. Corey.
Of course,
kayfabe. He's a big boy, and ask Caden how his nose is.
Poor Caden.
Can't smell.
Yeah. Also on the card, singles match, Hollywood Cole versus Dryce Sterning. I think that is going to be a fantastic match.
That's a first, right?
Yep. Singles match, I think that is going to be golden. And then they've got the Superstars of Wrestling Championship match. Dick Durning is taking on his cousin, Draven Durning. First time they ever meet. Both pro wrestlers. Both have sons that wrestle. They're actual first cousins, but one lives in the U.S., one lives in Canada. They've never met.
Interesting. Really?
That's right. So
that's weird.
I thought it said there was no relation.
Oh, no, they're cousins.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. Also on the card, the Cruiserweight Champion Alex Robbins will be there as well. So what else do you have, Corey?
CCW.
the hell did I miss from CCW?
That's right, the 23rd.
CCW 23rd. I'm not sure if this is the show, but I believe it's JP Sims versus Rugged Rick Owens for the title.
I believe so.
I think so.
It's the spring something. What's their spring show called?
Oh, you're right. Remember. It's the Royal Challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Royal Challenge?
Right, yeah, okay, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, I didn't even realize. I've been so busy this weekend with basketball. I had an awards ceremony on Saturday, a game on Friday, another game tonight that I'm missing right now. So, yeah.
Did you win, though?
Yeah, we're 18.
He's talking about
the award ceremony, Jason.
Yeah, I knew that.
Did you win an Oscar?
I wasn't part of that. I was presenting.
Oh. Well, you keep it for yourself once you get your hands on it.
Go ahead, Corey. Do you have the matches or?
No, I do not. I just have them written down in my notebook.
Oh, I have Strong Brothers.
I have a few.
Yeah, they do have another match. Yeah.
So VIP is Anthony Deuce Harlem versus Chizenko. Oh. Another VIP match is Patrick O'Neill versus Olafur Hansen. I think that's going to be a good match.
That's going to be good.
The Strong Brothers is an I Quit match. Somebody has to win. So finally going to have an end to that feud.
I still don't think it ends.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it goes further.
Yeah. NBWA Tag Team Championship match. Ace Dynasty will be defending their titles against the Real Deal Heroes.
Puss.
So, name of the tag team has changed a bit, but now they're the Real Deal Heroes.
I wonder if Spike's going to be cleared for that one.
Must be, because I haven't seen these posters before, and they were just posted, give me 1 second, 13 hours ago. So
okay.
The River Valley Championship, Hunter Sampson versus Chevron.
Is this it?
Corey has been talking about it for a while. Corey's been talking about it for a while.
Did you smell your microphone, Corey?
I smell a title change. I'd be so happy for Chevron. Like, Hunter Sampson's been a great River Valley champion. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Chevron, he's broken away from the tag team. Bigger and better things are coming. Yeah. And for Hunter too. But I think the Chevron needs to get his pound of flesh here.
Yeah. And what I'm only assuming is the main event, the NBWA Heavyweight Championship match. Rugged Rick Owens will be taking on JP Sims.
And I would not be shocked if this was a title change. Here's why. JP Sims, similar to Chris Charters, he can be the champion for a month and it goes back to Rick Owens. You have JP Sims as your champion.
Yeah.
Attaching his name to your belt. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% I agree. And who is your other
show? On Sunday, I believe this is a family-friendly show.
Okay.
And it is also CGPW.
Oh, really?
So I believe the same CGPW roster: Nick Teeth, El Fuego Dragon, Matt Bullen, Deuce, Anthony Deuce Harlem, I believe. But I believe this is a family-friendly show. I feel like this might be like...
Oh, I see it right here. It's a fundraiser. They're doing a live pro wrestling fundraiser for Landon O'Neill. Sunday afternoon, May 24th at the Vocational School Gym at 60 Lawrence Street. Doors open at 2:15 p.m., bell time 3 p.m. All proceeds plus the 50-50 will help with expenses while Logan battles Hodgkin's lymphoma.
So, great cause. If you're in the area, please check this out. Please donate.
All tickets are $25, and tickets will only be available at the door. So, my God, there's nothing more important than supporting fundraisers and especially in the community. So, go support them. And like you said, if you can't attend, donate.
So, after my blunder a few weeks ago and missing United's show, everything is written down. If I forgot 7 shows, I think this is the record right now for this year. I think it might be tying the record. I think
9 is our biggest.
7. 9, okay.
Last year, yeah.
So the biggest one this year so far. If I missed one, I might as well retire. So we are an hour in. Anything else before we sign off?
No, I don't think so. Like I say it every time. Support local wrestling. We just said it. There's 7 shows this weekend. If you can't get out and see a show, especially fundraiser, donate. There's things for everybody. Doesn't matter what flavor of wrestling you like. There's stuff for everybody. So go support the local guys. Buy their merchandise. Buy our merchandise.
Buy the shirt.
Like, subscribe, comment, and all that fun stuff.
That's right. I hired some of those mini Danhausens to start making T-shirts for us.
Oh, did you?
And they're actually not very expensive.
Nice.
Cool. And support the other guys' podcasts too. There's a bunch of podcasts going on in the Maritimes right now for maritime wrestling and everything and around it. Connor Cook has his. IPW have their podcast. North Pro now has Sabotage Everything going on. Dave Boyce and Greaser and Damien Spades have Arson Around, which I absolutely love. I watch every time they post something. It's so funny. Support all the guys, whether it's in wrestling or some of their side endeavors.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, it was fun to finally be back after missing a week. Big Boss Corey, you get well soon. I know you're not going to listen to this, but get well soon. And we will all see you in 7 days. Until then, take care, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. We drop new episodes every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Time, so make sure to join us each week. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, and also listen to the episodes and interviews on all your favorite podcast platforms, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. And if you want to support us even further, grab one of our t-shirts over at Pro Wrestling Tees. Just scan the QR code to get yours. Until next time, thanks for listening and supporting Maritime Wrestling.